biggest race because they can take equipment out onto the ground using this race. But I always say, and especially with you imagine Grand Final Day, what it's like. And we're going to go up the other race in a minute for you. It'd be an amazing experience.
And seeing people there.
And that's all you see.
Yeah, but then
Well, wait till we go to the small race where you really see it.
So is this where Richmond walked up?
No, I'm going to take you up the Richmond one.
So Adelaide walked up here.
They came up here. And this is what you see on TV a lot.
Yeah.
You see them coming down this race and into the change rooms here. Now over here, that dining room over there is used by the cricketers and the cricket owners.
Oh, right.
Okay? And of all the dining rooms we have here, it's the most basic.
Wow.
Because they're just in and out,
They
basically.
can just come down whenever they want.
And we have the second largest kitchen in Melbourne after Crown Casino,
Oh, wow.
catering for thousands and thousands of meals. Anyway, come on, we'll go up the other race.
Yeah, you can just imagine walking up there.
This is what you see on TV.
So how many teams have their home ground here?
4. Collingwood, Hawthorn, Richmond and Melbourne.
Okay.
They're the 4 home teams. Okay, now this is the race Richmond used, and it's what I love about this one is because it's so much smaller.
Yeah,
You imagine when they come out
Richmond.
this door, and that's all they see.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'd see the banner too.
Wow.
That's about all they see. It's phenomenal.
That's awesome.
I had some kids just before the grand final, the Friday before the grand final, all Richmond supporters. They're only 10 and 12, so I brought them down here, and they were beside themselves. Now I said, run up there, and you're beating the Richmond players. You hear the Davies walk.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with themselves. Now under here we've got car parking for 700 cars.
Yep.
The players tend to be pushed in. Okay, now we'll go up.
Yeah, you'd start hearing the roar and there'd be people hanging over the edges here.
Just phenomenal. Will you be right on that or not?
Oh, yeah.
You okay
I've been on
with
Astro Test before.
Okay. So here you are, here you have it. Now the Melbourne Cricket Club was formed in 1838, but didn't come to this ground until 1853. Now it's owned by the state government, but controlled by the trustees of the Melbourne Cricket Club. It holds 100,024 people.
What's the ground record?
It's interesting. 140,000.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it'll be more, yeah.
And that's when Billy Graham had a religious rally here
Oh, yeah.
in 1959. And the biggest grand final crowd was 121,000 in 1970.
Was that the Tide one?
Collingwood Cup.
Oh, it wasn't the Tide
No,
game.
no. Now the 2 scoreboards were the first colour scoreboards to be introduced before Australia. The first to show cricket when you play on as well. White towers are 75 metres tall. And over here, interchange bench here. Now see the 3AW sign?
Yep.
The boxes under that are where the coaches sit.
Oh, right. Oh, they sit together.
There's a wall.
Yeah.
Wall
I
between.
thought they were on maybe
No, they
opposite.
sit next to each other. Now we believe it's also the most used stadium in the world, that it goes from cricket to football literally overnight. But not only that, rugby, soccer, all has been played here. Home to the Olympics in '56, Commonwealth Games in 2006. Now see where the green seats are?
Yep.
right? That's the Melbourne Cricket Club members area. And we have 112,000 members and 242,000 on the waiting list. So it's the biggest private sporting club in the world. And the current wait for full membership is 41 years.
And you're a member?
We have to be a member to be a tour guide.
So on game day,
Yeah.
you don't own a seat, do you?
No.
You've got to line up.
Line up. During the year it's easy. Grand final tonight.
Yeah, so you've got to camp outside.
No, we have two ways of doing it. There's a ballot system.
All right, yeah.
13,000 seats are available for ballot. You pay $30. If you're lucky, you get a seat. If not, you sleep out overnight. And I'll show you where they do that. It's quite phenomenal. Now, it's the largest stadium in Australia and the 10th largest in the world.
Oh.
Only 8 grounds will actually look after the grass, after the stadium itself. Now, between 1942 and 1945, it wasn't used for sport. Australian and American servicemen camped here, and we had 200,000 servicemen camped here during that 3-year period. Now,
What part is the newer part of the stadium?
okay, what happened? In 1990, the Great Southern Stand was built, and that holds 47,500 people.
Yep.
Followed here where the green seats are the members stand, just there, and then over to your left the Ponsford stand,
Yep.
and then the Olympic stand over here was completed by 2006 for the Commonwealth
Okay.
Games.
Are there any current plans to refurbish or?
They constantly refurbish it. Now, just before last week or before the grand final, they high pressured water hosed every seat in the ground, and they'll do that again as well. You know,
Wow.
throughout the year. It's quite phenomenal to see the maintenance that takes place here. Now, we've had pop concerts here. First pop concert we had here was David Cassidy from the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
Madonna's performed here, Michael Jackson, the Three Tenors, Madonna. You know, it's constant. And earlier this year we had Guns N' Roses here,
Yep.
and just over 70,000 attended that. And when they had the Guns N' Roses concert, they brought in 34 containers worth of equipment,
Yeah.
and they covered the ground in a very thick plastic so the grass wouldn't get damaged. Phenomenal setup.
And the grass held up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they cover it. It's very thick, and it's like it's about that thick, so people could sit on it. It's quite phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure when Coldplay played at home,
They
they
did the same.
damaged the grass a
Oh,
bit.
did they
Yeah,
really?
it must
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
material.
So what happens when there's a concert? Do they put the stage down one end?
Yeah, well, no, I think it was over here.
Okay, and then they put seats on the ground
No,
as
no,
well?
they don't have seating. It's
It's just
standing
standing, yeah. And then you can sit all the way around.
around. After the grand final, they had a free concert. The Killers, where was it?
Oh, yeah.
But they
Yep,
were
yep.
set up over theirs.
Yep.
But they let people onto the ground
Oh,
there
okay.
because the game was over and not being used again.
Do they have, in the normal season, do they have kick to kick on here? Yeah, I didn't think so.
On a Sunday they do.
Oh, okay.
On Sundays, kids are allowed to come out and kick the footy around.
Yeah.
But depending on the weather as well, if it's very wet, they won't
Yep.
let them do it.
Yep.
Now the ground, and it's a bit difficult without the goalpost, but it's 171 metres long and 143 metres wide. And when we get up the top, I'll give you a better idea of where the wickets actually lie.
So how many disabled areas?
It's quite a lot, and you'll see that as we go around.
Okay.
And next to every disabled area, there's a carer's seat as well.
Yeah.
So pretty well catered for from that point of view. Though no doubt there could be more.
Yeah. Well, as long as there's a fair share of them, you know.
Yeah, there's a fair bit. But yeah, of course there could be more. All right, come down to the
Wow,
rooms.
that's Geez, the gates are big.
Now that was the first LED lighting that went around the grounds as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So right around the ground.
right around the first level and the second level, which I reckon must be distracting for the players.
Yeah.
They just don't notice it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're so focused.
Yeah. So I say to the kids when we go down here, now you think it's half time, you come off, and you're losing. What's going to happen when you get into the change rooms? But I had my nephews over from WA, and they're in their early 20s. They did cartwheels up there. They were pathetic. You've never seen anything like
It is amazing seeing it like this.
It really is. And the thing is, not that many people get to experience it.
Yeah.
It's only for those of you on the tours, and this isn't always accessible either, so you're lucky today.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Wow.
But imagine coming in here just losing a grand final.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And being in.
Yeah. Well, losing any game, really, you know. You got flogged.
Just a simple disc.
Yeah. A couple of chips out of it. They obviously put the banners up
And
in
they
their
put the banner on
spots.
behind, and during the home and away season, it's the club banners.
Yep.
And during the finals, it's the AFL final series.
Oh, right.
And you saw all those banners in that room in there. There's actually a company that does it.
Yep.
Before I started the tours, I thought the cheer squads did it. But they don't. It's an organisation, and they come in every week and change them over.
That's cool.
Thank you.
This is nice just having two of you.
Yeah.
And I haven't got another tour. So that's the other road. Stripped of all that late stuff.
Like trashings and whatever you do.
And over here you've got the old boards for the cricket, the Test centuries, 5 wicket performances, Test captains and that. And there's one in the other room for visiting cricket teams as well. So identical in size, identical in layout. Interesting that there's nothing on the walls, no different looks.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Very plain, yeah.
very, very plain. This would have been a sad room last Saturday week, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Lily's getting something up there a few times.
In Haydock.
Now next year when you're watching a game at home, you'll see the players coming down here and into the change room.
Yep.
And that makes a big difference
Yeah.
when you're at home and you
Yeah.
think, yeah, I've done that. You know? And I come here about 100 times a year. I still get a buzz of seeing it on TV, thinking, oh, I was there the other day. You know, so
What a shame we didn't see this before the grand final, eh?
Yeah, we wanted to, eh?
this is what Richard set up.
Oh, I got a two there. Well, thank you very much. I didn't know that. Oh, I guess that's good news, ladies and gentlemen.
But this, I just, you just get goosebumps.
You do. I feel yeah.
You would just get goosebumps. And that's all you can see.
Oh, wow.
Now, how can you beat this? Seriously? Okay, now this is an area reserved for wheelchairs and things
Yep.
like that, and you can see there are seats there for their carers
Yep.
as well. But, you know, it's just magnificent view, isn't it?
Wow.
This is a great spot, this one.
Yeah, And there's really not a bad seat in the ground.
Yeah.
Though they say for soccer it's not a good ground to watch
Okay.
soccer from because you're too far away from the
Yeah.
play. Now,
Do they run from scoreboard to scoreboard? Is that how they set the field out in soccer?
yeah, basically. Now you can see they're getting ready to drop the wickets in.
Yep.
There, so the wicket goes across that way. Now see over at level 3, see the crown sign?
Yep.
Yep.
See the Qantas sign?
Yep.
See the yellow seat?
Yep.
That's where Simon O'Donnell hit the biggest 6 hit at the MCG.
Oh,
Just on
okay.
161 metres.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What's he doing nowadays?
He's commentating, I think,
Oh,
more than
is he?
anything else.
And horse racing too, isn't he?
Yeah, I
Big
think
into
so.
horse racing?
Yeah.
But imagine sitting here for the grand final. The goalposts are just there.
Just here, yeah.
You'd be able to see everything coming
Wow.
I
down.
actually like this level because
Yeah.
you can actually see what they're doing. You know, you
Yeah.
can see their moves and where they're going to.
Yep. Yeah, when I was here in 2008, I was just sort of up next to the scoreboard up that. So I was sort of on the same sort of angle, but on the other side.
Right.
And it was just magnificent.
Yeah, it's a magnificent spot. It really is. But gee, the ground looks a bit worn, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It's very dry. Yeah.
And on this part of the ground here, in winter, we don't get a lot of light.
Yep.
So we put tons of lights out there, mobile lights, and that helps with the growth of the grass.
Okay.
But yeah, beautiful spot.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And when there's we had 100,021 people at the grand final this year.
Yeah.
So,
Can only imagine that kind of crowd.
oh, phenomenal.
It's fantastic.
It really is.
I went to the rugby league grand final and that was about 88.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, even the soccer got just over 90,000 when Liverpool played here a couple of years ago. But we're not a soccer or rugby state.
Yeah.
You know, it's New South Wales and Queensland, but it's not Victoria. Phenomenal. And then over here, what looks like a soccer ball is Amy Park, and let's say play rugby and soccer there.
Yeah.
And the grey building over there is the old glass house where they had swimming in the 56 Olympics. And now that's Collingwood's home.
Wow. So Collingwood and Richmond's grounds are pretty close together.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about it before. Where's Melbourne's home ground?
Right, well, they don't. This is their home ground, but they actually train just over there at Gosh's Paddock, which is next to Collingwood's area.
Wow. Geez, they're all close, aren't they?
They're all close together.
And St Kilda's just a little bit further out too, so they're just a little bit
Well,
further.
they're coming back to Moorabbin, St Kilda.
Right.
They went down to Frankston. But this is where we're so lucky in that we've got these fabulous facilities, all so close together. See, the Commonwealth Games is on the Gold Coast.